Hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and normally on this channel I talk about books, but for just a couple of minutes I have to tell you a story that I heard at church this morning. It is mind-blowing. So a woman asked if she could share a story, and so she began talking about her daughter who is a trainer of missionaries. She works for a particular ministry. They have a base in Orlando and other places around the world. And I guess there was a different trainer who was having a class with his students, and they had asked about how to determine if God is telling you to do something. They were questioning that and asking, how do we know it's God that's telling us to do something? And so through the course of events, he told them just to go home, and as they're praying and reading their Bible and doing their devotionals, just to stop and listen and see if they could get a feeling for what God was telling them to do. So I believe there were two young men, and they were having each of their prayer time, and one of them kind of started giggling, and the other one said, well, what's going on? And he said, well, I just feel like God is telling me to go to a park and stand on my head, and that's ridiculous. And so the other young man said, well, the instructor told us to pay attention and to obey whatever we felt like God was telling us to do. So as silly as it sounds, let's go do it. So they went to a park, and the man who felt the calling to stand on his head went to a tree, stood on his head, did that for a little bit, and then got back on his feet, and he said, okay, I did it. And so as they were standing there chatting about something, another man walked up to them and said, excuse me, can I ask you why you were standing on your head? And they began to tell him about their class and how they were learning to be missionaries, and that's what, as silly as it sounded, that's what God was telling him to do, was to go stand on his head. And the man said, well, I was over there sitting in my car on the verge of committing suicide, and I said, if there's a God, let somebody stand on their head. And there you were, standing on your head. Wow, is that not amazing? And I'm so moved by this story. And I'm reminded of sometimes how, as Christians, we say, we believe in miracles. And then when God does something amazing like that, it's almost unbelievable, but believe it. It really happened. And I just wanted to share that story with you. I don't know where it happened or how long ago. I just heard the story this morning, and I thought it was wonderful. So that's all for this video. I'll be back later today with a bookish video, and I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.